Hey guys, this is Brivs or Robin coming to you with another EB Online battle. Last month, in June, we just recently had our June tournament, and this is one of the battles that I fought in June. I'm playing, or my faction for the tournament was Carthage. Meanwhile, I'm fighting here Kival. His faction for the tournament were the Aedui. Alright, so this battle starts off. I took one of my standard Carthaginian armies for this battle, which was a line of Sardinian infantry who double as pretty crappy bowmen, but they do a decent job of saturating the area with arrows and absorbing arrow fire themselves. I took a line of Iberian assault infantry, some elite Africans, some more archers, the Cretians, general's bodyguard, 2 citizen cavalry, Numidian cavalry, Libyan spearmen, heavy Libyan spearmen, 2 Iberian Scutari, 2 Balearic light infantry. This battle was notable because, in my opinion, Kival's the perfect counter army. During the month of June, a lot of people were a little upset about the effectiveness of Iberian assault infantry. Well, there's a decent way to basically render these guys completely ineffective for their cost, and that is to match them up against unarmored light infantry, and that's what Kival did. He matched them up against Galaich, which are a light Celtic spearmen with decent morale. With the Aedui, you can back them up with Carnutes, with their Druidic chant, and they'll be pretty effective. Now you can see I've whittled him down, his numbers here, quite a bit. And then I decided to charge before he can really move his guys onto the flank. I think he might have his guys on guard mode here. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it certainly looks that way. So he's basically going to try to just absorb the charge of these guys and sweep around the flanks, and he does that really effectively here. I'm a little slow in this battle, and also I misused my cavalry really badly. Anyway, I decided to charge at his guy Satai quickly. But really my one mistake this battle, and it's a big mistake, I don't have enough infantry. I brought a lot of archers. I didn't really bring too much cavalry. I just didn't bring enough infantry. And you can see I'm moving up my guys, but my flanks are completely exposed here, especially this one. And you can see he's going to toss a lot of missiles. He's throwing against the Sardinians, against the Numidians. And I'm whittling his troops down a decent amount here. But my big mistake, I would say in my opinion, was with my citizen cavalry, who are getting plunked by his slingers, skirmished with by this Celtic-Germanic cavalry, which is a decent cavalry unit. And I'm a little slow to use them, and I really needed to use them decisively in this battle. Anyway, you can see what's happening here. My flanks are completely exposed. I'm not doing enough damage to his infantry. His cavalry, meanwhile, is sweeping around the flanks, scaring off my Numidians. And you can see over here, my citizen cavalry, I went in for a charge actually, but I couldn't because my guys were in the way. So I had to run them around and through my men, who were in loose formation. But you can't charge the guys in loose formation, and I end up charging them into his Yosatai here. But he actually is quick enough. I do manage a route. I probably should just continue down his line, hit his Carnutes, and hope that my Cretians and various skirmisher units here could hold him off. And I got my Libyan heavy spearmen stuck out here. That was a mistake too. But my line is still holding until now. One of the units breaks. Some of the other guys are going to break. But I went in for a charge and I didn't pull it off very well. I didn't execute it well at all. So it didn't kill a lot of guys, and my citizen cavalry get trapped here and they're going to get killed by the veteran superior in melee Celto-Germanic spearmen. Or Celto-Germanic cavalry, I'm sorry. And then meanwhile, my Iberian assault infantry break with 58 men, even though the Galaich were down to 57. And I'm not really sure why they broke there. I guess the combination of the Druids and some of my other units breaking, and that caused a huge, massive rout here. It gets some of these Balearics trapped here and managed to rout on them. I have my Cretan archers just sort of standing back here firing arrows, and they end up doing a lot of damage actually to him throughout the battle. but it's not really enough. My Numidian cavalry are still around here, and actually, a lot of the casualties I managed to inflict on him were through the Sardinian infantry. It didn't help that there was rain during this battle, though, too. And I went for a rather archer-heavy composition. And I can't even manage to rout his Gaisatai and Tescastas here. Meanwhile, his Galaish and guard mode are still standing against these guys. I haven't managed to fight my way into the Carnus. There you see a cavalry charge there that manages to take them out of their chant. But it's not really enough. My Iberian assaults are brave and they fight really well. They're not going to last forever. Again, I'm running my archers around. I'm trying to get some kills on his naked infantry. The Iberian Scutari are fighting well, as are the Libyan heavy spearmen. I've managed to kill a lot of his flankers. Here you can see the Sardinian infantry actually holding against his Celto-Germanic cavalry, which is rather impressive. Still shooting and hoping to get some units back. But my guys are really sort of all over the place here. And he manages to wrap up my line here. I think with a charge actually from the Celto-Germanic cavalry. And all his huge infantry blob here that he has. Again, I'm firing missiles into it, but I'm not doing enough damage. It's too little too late at this point. You can see his cavalry comes in and puts a lot of casualties on my troops. Here I've managed to trap some of the Satai, but I don't really have any high lethality guys. I've got Iberian Assault Infantry and Balearic Light Infantry fighting against Gaisatai. That's not really a good combination. They're armor piercing and they shouldn't be up against units styled like that. And this is a really fast moving battle, you can see. There's really the lines didn't clash for too long. But basically a lot of people were having a lot of trouble facing my Carthaginian armies this month. And I decided to upload this battle because Kival did in my opinion, a near perfect job of countering my armies. And this was a very standard army, as I said, that I took. So this is a good example of how to beat one of the Carthaginian armies that I showcased in June. Again, you can see some of my guys are reforming back here, and I've managed to rout a few of his guys. You can see all the arrows pouring down from the Sardinian infantry. But really, I mean, it's too little too late. I don't have enough infantry to resist him. Most of my cavalry is broken. I don't really have much left. A couple Numidians and a couple generals bodyguard. I try to get in a charge here on him and maybe kill off some of his Brihentin. And I do kill off a few of them. Actually, not really. Even though I got in a successful charge, it's odd. But I'm not going to beat them with Numidians and the remnants of the Carthaginian bodyguard. And he still has his general too. So basically, you can see what's going to happen here. He routs that unit. These Cretians get stuck over here, trying to kill off some of his Galaish and some of his slingers, and they get hammer and anvil by his general. I advanced some of my infantry, and got a little far in advance here, I think. Move fast forward a bit. I decided to pull all my guys back in the hopes that possibly I can form a line of defense, and that if I still have superior infantry to him, and most of his naked infantry are dead, that I will be able to be victorious. But my problem at this point is that I've more or less run out of arrows, so I can't cause too many casualties to him with my bows. And he still has a decent amount of unarmored troops, and he's just going to outnumber me at this point, including a nearly full unit of Gaisatai, and that's really the killer. This one's down to 8 men, but this one's still at 51. And he still has a cavalry advantage over me, which is significant. Anyway, you'll see what happens. He basically just swarms around me. And my infantry is not strong enough up to the task to resist him. These guys get trapped over here. You can see the cavalry coming around the back. My infantry holding, but they're not going to hold once the cavalry comes and executes a hammer and anvil on them. I really just don't have enough at this point. You can see my guys rushing in, trying to save my guys. My Sardinians actually do a good job of stopping him, but even a charge of Celto-Germanics is enough, apparently, to break me at this point. And that's basically game over. This battle was actually fought from Kival's standpoint. So when the victory screen pops up, you're going to see his name there. We'll just fast forward to that. My general dies. It was a noble effort on his part. And there I go, I admit defeat. You can see, it wasn't a complete slaughter. It was an average victory, I'd say. I managed to get 1,100 kills on him. But he really beat me in terms of men deployed. And then his light infantry strategy against the Iberian assault infantry was really key in securing him that victory. You can see the casualties that his cavalry racked up. The Brihenton, especially, the bodyguard unit, got a lot of kills. And of course, you'd expect the Gaisatai to get a lot of kills as well. Some of them did better than others. This one got 111 kills, only 11 casualties. But it was a great game by Kival. Probably upload some more battles from June coming up shortly.